I feel like this is my last effort, and then I'm just gonna have to keep living life every single day like this.
Hello, Dr. Lee. Nice to meet you both.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome. Hi, welcome. Nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you.
You are Justice. I love that name.
That is me.
Yes, and who is this?
My boyfriend, Nick.
Hi, Nick. How are you?
Good.
So what can I do for you? What's going on?
So I've been living with this condition called mastocytosis for my whole life. It's on my forehead, on my neck, and on my back, and underneath my breast. I mean, I've had a hard time with it my whole life.
It's really hard for you to deal with it, huh? It is. Yeah, I can imagine. And it's like something you can't really hide easily. And
Yeah, constantly thinking about it all the time.
right, do you know anybody with this condition?
Not at all.
Really? Okay.
Justice has mastocytosis, otherwise known as mast cell disease. This is when you have a defective cell in the skin called a mast cell. If they're defective, they can release histamine, and histamine can cause a lot of issues.
Do certain things make it worse?
My clothes like rub against it, and it irritates it. If I pick at my skin, it'll like get all inflamed.
Okay, it flares it by doing that, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think if I did a little line scratch on your arm, could I see whether it flares?
Yeah,
and-
you can try.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know, Rob. I'm just gonna put one little line here, okay? Like there we go. We can actually see it flaring right now. That's just my little nail. It's not even like it's roughed up.
No,
And
it
you can
feels
see-
good.
Yeah, because you want to scratch,
Yeah,
right? Yes.
yeah.
So you're seeing her having to deal with this, and you know that it's hard for her.
Yeah, she's had swelling on her throat, and I told her one day, I was like, we gotta get you an EpiPen.
Right, right. You want her to be safe, right?
Yeah.
The things that I'm cluing into when you talk to me is when you rub the areas or they get really irritated and things like that. And also the fact that you're kind of mentioning like an EpiPen. It sounds like you have more in the arena of issues with histamine release.
Yes, yep, antihistamines.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Histamine is contained in mast cells, and when that is released, that causes a flaring in the skin. Many of us have had hives before, and we know how miserable that is, but can you imagine always being susceptible to hives if a scarf rubs your neck kind of roughly and then you get a flare like that? That can't be fun.
People can have this when they're kids. It's very rare for it to progress beyond that. Mastocytosis is indeed a very rare condition.
You ever dealt with anyone with mastocytosis?
No.
No?
Wow.
So it's probably less of a studied condition, you know, because it's rarer, right? And because of this, unfortunately, there really is no cure for it.